course, we want to kick some common sense to y'all, let y'all know what we mean and what I mean specifically of what's going on in the world. Like you said, to correlate to certain text, certain faith, certain things going on. We first got to understand that and the quickest way for the evil to sneak in, like we said before, is making and setting landmines. First to divide us, to make us think that we're not all one. You know what I mean? One more or less race of when it comes to humans. You know what I mean? We all have a purpose here in serving the higher program, the higher being, deity, whatever you want to call it. And it comes with paying attention to how those things are infiltrated, how we are infiltrated. The main thing we've seen over time is race and how we look physically amongst each other. And then the second most, crazy thing is our culture, how we do things, our traditions, what we hold dear to our people. And with that, now you're starting to see more or less how people should be governed from that and how people react to being governed and what they will allow and won't allow in the physical sense because they know how it feels some way down the line spiritually or where it came from, a base of whether good or evil, peace or hell, heaven or hell. You know what I mean? And now you're starting to see you hear about our conflicts here and there who we associate with. But like I said, I've never seen it like so sporadic in different countries, the same thing or a similar thing. So not only do you have Israel's issue going on at the same time, but the United States decides to make a statement against Iran and a couple of malicious groups that were close to the Syrian border. So we, in the United States, decided to make a message of sending drones to send missiles, and they had supposedly sent missiles before, so that's what we were doing, retaliating back. Now, at the same time, or close around the same time of Israel's ceasefire and all this issues, we're doing this. There's a assassination plot on a president, couple of presidents. One in Haiti.
Hmm.
I believe there
They
was,
got him.
huh?
They got him.
Yeah, there was a coup d'état for overthrow government in Africa. I think Mali. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, we talked about that.
Hmm.
And then there was some protests of political things in Europe and in some Central American countries, if I'm not mistaken, Panama and some Southern American countries, I believe. I believe Venezuela or one of those, Chile or something like that. So, in these texts, there's descriptions of judgment coming when not alone the natural disasters that have already came around, hurricanes that are touching down as we speak,
So
uh,
many.
tornadoes that hit our own state, and it's in Arlington, two of them that I didn't even know about
Mm.
until the other day. Okay. If you can't see the correlation of things getting out of whack now spiritually, the seasons just came back into order. I swear. It's like one. first years, a couple years, I've seen where the seasons actually match up, but they're getting back to the extreme level in their time. So now we're seeing record hot ass days, record cold days, places that ain't even supposed to be cold are getting cold,
Right.
places that are getting hot ain't even supposed to be hot.
That's
Okay,
true.
so it's more than an eye opener now. Of course, what it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Right.
Now it's real life time for people to put their common sense together and say, okay, what are all of these things meaning for us as people? Where are we going to be able to find refuge when all of these things more or less put ourselves into hell? Who do we go to? And some people have answers spiritually, some cling to things, objects, um, practices, rituals, whatever it may be. But those who are really inclined know that it's to God. And in some way you can get there, we hope and pray that you do. And like you said, brother, get your house in order. If you already there, uh, because it's more relevant now than ever before. How out of whack things are getting, and it's spiritually because of the fruits that we've left behind over thousands and thousands of years. It is now catching up to us, ladies and gentlemen. Please use your common sense and get right with God in some way. Even if you are already in another religion and come from another backing, it's still never too late.
Never too late. Never too late to do the right thing. Every day is an opportunity to be better than the person you was the day before. Always. You always have a chance. So technically, if you're listening to this, congratulations. You blessed. Um, Now what you gonna do with it? That's just the $1 million question. What are you gonna do with it?
Right.
Um, this world is this world is definitely not what we thought it was when we were younger. The days are getting wickeder. Days are getting way darker. Spooky doesn't even begin to scratch the surface
At all.
at all. Mm. So with that being stated, let's get into Philosophy 101.
It's Illosophy 101 with Illy Baby.
I sat here. I sat here for a while trying to figure out what to say, what message to use, what's necessary to be an example or lead by example. Every time I get on this mic, man, I try to make it as personal as possible so that y'all can see that it's coming from a real, genuine place. You know, I told y'all this before many times. Deuce specified it earlier. We're not perfect by any means. We don't have the answers. We don't act like we have it all figured out, because we don't. But it's a journey. it's a daily journey. It's a daily exercise within yourself to maneuver, to acclimate yourself in this mental space of betterment, I guess is what I'm gonna use. So I present to y'all the question. What does faith mean to you? And I can only speak for me. Bro told everybody on here there's multiple entities, there's multiple religions, there's multiple faiths. You know what I'm saying? I've had a very interesting week in conversations. It's kind of funny how every time we set up shop for our episodes, everything in the world just correlates and just meshes together. So it's like we've been prepared for a spiritual, religious, insightful topic for episode 6. But just, it's not by mistake how all these things have led up to where we are now. Some people can say, hey, it's a coincidence. And you're fair in thinking that, for not knowing. But for people like me and bro, we just know better. So to answer this to y'all, with faith, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. To believe in something, to know something. Bruh can speak for himself. So I'm only gonna do this for me. But I know he strongly believes in the things that I'm about to say. First of all, I believe in God. I'm not gonna be biased. We're not biased on here about anything. You know, you're free to think how you want to think. You're free to think what you want to think, say what you want to say. But it's all about honoring and having reverence to people's ideas and thoughts. I can't look down on a person because they don't believe what I believe. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I ain't fronting. I'm not flexing. And I'm sure there's many that know me that can say, yo, you a hellish boy. You know what? There's no man in the world that walked this earth and that was perfect besides Christ. All I can do is be myself and take it one day at a time. To have spiritual awareness of my actions. To have that discernment to know what's right and wrong. You know, you consider that a charge that's having a conscience. I got a conscience. It's not guilt. It's that I truly strongly stand and believe on certain things that I was brought into believing and upraising in. And before someone goes and says, oh, hold up, you were brought into believing. True. One thing I could say when it comes to faith, any faith, any religious, practice that, people do, you got to know it for yourself. Mom and daddy can lead you to the water hole, but it's up to you to drink it and to make that, your your life water. You know what I mean? That's your call. You know, I could say there's been many a times where God has showed himself to me, you know, and to believe that someone cares enough to want you to be better. It's impactful. Deuce knows, man. There's been plenty of times, man, where, you know, we've been out working and we've been doing certain things. And if it don't sit right with me, I make it known. Am I lying?
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And people can call you weird, they can say whatever, but you believe what you believe in. And you gotta stand on it. Because at the end of the day, that's your relationship. Stand on what you believe in. I can't, again, demean anybody for not believing what I believe or seeing things how I perceive it. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
the idea with faith, man, is in my Christian walk, I know most people have a misconception. Like, let's make this understood too. I am not the model. You don't need to be following after me. But you should have the wantingness to make yourself a vessel. And sometimes without even realizing it, God's using you anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's without your say.
Yeah. That's the main message.
Yeah. You have no callingness at all. So, like I stated, I don't ever think that, I'm a model citizen or I'm the best thing since sliced bread to walk by. But
Right.
I know at the end of the day, every day I get up, I try to be better than who I was. There's entities out there, there's things out there that's dark and that's wicked. Sometimes a lot of people like to tiptoe and play around with hell's fire. You know, if that's what you want to do, I can't stop you.
We advise you here at the council not to play with hell's fire.
We advise you, please don't do it. But if you want to do that, to each his own.
We can't sway you any other way.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like
You
most
gonna
people, yeah,
do what you want.
exactly. So, most people believe that, you're supposed to like shove your faith down people's throats. Yeah, I ain't never ever seen me do that. And I'll never ever do that. That could be wrong, but that's from my perception. I don't feel like the best way of trying to force somebody, like the best way to convince somebody is by force, then that's they don't need it. They need to have the wantingness to want to do it because of something that they see in you. Not because you're saying, hey, I got some food, eat it. Let me shove it in your mouth. How does that work? How can someone even appreciate that or enjoy that? You know what I'm saying? It's about the enjoyment of realizing that you're using something that's going to benefit and nurse those things within you to broaden that perspective to help you see certain things of what I was telling y'all about having a whole armor of God. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna, end it with this right here because I don't want to go on a long tangent. Faith is one of God's gifts to remind you, yeah, you're not alone. The world may weigh you down. The world may persecute you. But you're his child. And as long as you know you're his child and daddy got your back, if my mother and my father forsake me, the Lord should take me up. I don't have the entire verse memorized, but basically it's stating that, you know, when the world forsakes you, when the world puts you in this space of loneliness, he will be your strength. The Lord is my strength. And my salvation. So to whom shall I be afraid?
Salah. That man, yeah.
So with that being stated, man, this has been a very special segment.
For sure.
Yeah, we hope that y'all hear this out, man, and y'all just open your ears, man, to accept certain things, man. You know, I know a lot of people like to bash stuff that they don't know, but as crazy as the world's getting, man, let's not be ignorant. Let's not be foolish. You know, this might be probably one biased thing that I do say, and I apologize if it sounds that way. But a foolish man says there is no God. I'll leave it at that.
It's Illosophy101 with Illy Baby.
Yeah. We are the council.
So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we hope y'all enjoyed this one as much as we enjoyed giving it to you. You know, please keep tuning in to the King's Council at theking'scouncil.com and
That's
the
right.
Council on YouTube, King's Council on Facebook, Instagram. Holla at us, y'all.
Hold up. My bad.
What's up?
Just want to shout out to our new subscribers, by the way. Shout out to our old subscribers. Shout out to the new ones, man. We continue to appreciate y'all's energy.
All the loyalists that's been subscribing, tuning in, keeping up, giving us feedback. We love y'all. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all more and more every day. You know what I mean? Please, please, please keep tuning in. Spread the word. You know what I mean? We only here for enlightenment. You know what I mean? To help each other release. That's it. The operation. That's the mission. You heard me? So
shout out to my sister Gabby, by the way, man. I just want to acknowledge you for a minute. You too, Apple Chris. You know, shout out to some beautiful women that try their best to be the standard in spite of how crazy this world is becoming right now. You know, sometimes we need a salute and shout out our queens. So I just want to shout them out real quick, man.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
So until the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Deuce and Deuce.
Your boy Boulevard P, man. We are the council.
Out here at the council. Swing out.
Swank out. And be blessed.
Brought to you by the council.